get this ball rolling. Well, we're on at 7 o'clock. Thank you. You're welcome. But the Red Sox game last night, and I had like 4 layers on. I couldn't move. I came out on the deck. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's all he said. And it's funny because this is the other side. I know. I have a great wall. Right. It's crazy. I know. Someday it might be spring.
Yeah. Okay. Signed up. Wants to talk to? We already told her I'd take her out of order first. Talk first. Thank you. Did you take some too? Of course. Excellent.
Can you open the window for the girls, Tom?
That's good. It's fine.
They need help.
No, it's fine.
Want the window open?
Shut.
Usually easier than that.
I think they're worried. I think they have it taped shut. They're working on the outside of the house. That's fine. You all set? A regular meeting of the City Council held in council chambers on Thursday, April 24th, 2014 at 7 p.m. for the purpose of transacting any and all business. Notice of this meeting was posted on April 17, 2014 at 6:35 p.m. This meeting is being taped and is live on SATV. All councilors are present. Council President McCarthy presiding. Council Legault moves to dispense with the reading of the previous record. All those in favor? All those opposed? I ask that we join Councilor Milo.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public testimony. We have one person signed up for public testimony. Ms. Sullivan? You would name and address for the record?
I'm Kylie Sullivan. I'm the Salem Main Streets manager, and I live at 50 Bar Street in Salem. And I'm here today for the Salem Main Streets to talk about the Salem Arts Festival, which is June 7th and 8th. We are specifically looking for permission to temporarily close Front Street from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days, as we are really looking to concentrate the energy this year for the festival on Derby Square, Artists Row, and Old Town Hall. And we just feel that we can do that much more safely for crowd control and would also enable us to increase our performance range if we could make sure that that area of the street is safely closed off. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has about that process.
Before we do that, Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to take an item out of order.
Councilor Famico wants to move to take this issue out of order. It's in our packet. It's on page
11, Mr.
page
President.
11. So Councilor Famico moves to move to page 11. All those in favor? All those opposed? Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for approval.
Under discussion.
As Ms. Sullivan mentioned, this Arts Festival will be the first year that we'll be doing this. Ms. Sullivan approached all of the businesses on Front Street, and also, as mentioned, there's lots of activities packed into this day, going from Front Street all the way down to what used to be Derby Square Bookstore, which we have a new owner going into there. But also during that, she had mentioned to me that she has a timetable in the works as well as a map And she assured me that there'll be something on either end of the threshold so people know that an event is actually happening within that.
Excellent. Thank you. Council Legault.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you to Ms. Sullivan. I'm looking at the letter here. Councilor Famico just alluded to you having spoken to all of the businesses. The letter states that you have not spoken to 2 of them. Have we?
I will clarify,
touched base?
yes. We've spoken to 9 of the storefront businesses, and there's still 2 left that I have to speak with directly. Of the 9 that I approached, all are in favor and are eager to participate.
Alrighty, thank you.
And 5 of them are at the event that I need to run out to.
That's all, Mr. President.
Appreciate that. Any further discussion? Seeing none. Council Famico.
Request to be granted, Mr. President.
Thank you. Council O'Keefe moves that this petition be granted.
Second.
Seconded by Council Legault. All is in favor, all is opposed? You're all set, thank you.
Very much, all of you.
Thank you.
Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also move that we take an item out of order from page 11. The item from Mr. Philip Sandin from the Department of Massachusetts Military Order of the Purple Heart to make a presentation.
Councilor Epley moves that we further stay out of order and take up on page 11 the request from Mr. Shannon. Any opposition? Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would with the council's permission and with your permission, Mr. President, I would ask that Phil Sandin come to the podium to address the council.
Excellent, thank you. Any objections? Can I see a show of 3 hands? Thank you. Name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name is Phil Sandin. I live at 9 Circle Hill Road in Salem, Mass., and I'm representing the Military Order of Purple Heart. I want to thank President and Council McCarthy and the entire council for allowing me to be here this evening. The city has been very generous to their veterans, especially the ones that have recently come back. They've made sure our dedicated veterans agent has informed them of all the benefits and to make sure they don't fall through the cracks. So I think we're doing a pretty good job when it comes to veterans benefits and letting them know what's going on. Salem has always been a patriotic community. I look around and I see all these monuments with names on them, veterans that were lost in the different battles and different wars that were killed in action. You know, that makes me very proud to be a Salemite. And we do have veteran squares. We have, I think there's approximately 70 in the community, so that's quite a few. So we do recognize our veterans fairly well in the city. And our national office in Springfield, Virginia, and department in Worcester, Massachusetts, thanks you for your support of our Purple Heart program. We now have approximately 50 communities throughout the Commonwealth, and we've only started this program about 6 months ago. So we're doing pretty good on the Purple Heart communities. And a few months ago, I did Beverly, and now Salem, and I'll be doing Peabody, and probably go to Marblehead. So I'm trying to concentrate on the North Shore communities, and we have other Purple Heart members in the western part of the state that are doing that part of the state. So I'm very pleased to be a member of the Purple Heart. We meet in Beverly. I'm in the General Patton, Chapter 240. We meet at the GAR Hall on Dane Street in Beverly. I wish we were meeting in Salem, but the charter's in Beverly. But I do would like to acknowledge the city with this citation, if I could read it. Let me get my glasses out. Department of Massachusetts, Combat Wounded Veterans, Military Order of the Purple Heart, Certificate of Acknowledgement presented to the City of Salem, Massachusetts, being designated as a city in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to be known as a Purple Heart community. honoring all those who made the ultimate sacrifice and shed their blood defending our country in all wars, from Salem, Massachusetts, and honoring August 7th as Purple Heart Day throughout this country. All gave some, and some gave all. Signed, Leo David Agnew, State Commander. So, what I would like to do now is present this plaque, if I could, to the City Council.
Sure.
Would that be okay?
Sure. That'd be great.
Okay. Oh, before I do that, I'm sorry, excuse me, I would like our veterans to please stand and be recognized. Councilors?
Council President Robert McCarthy.
Veterans?
Digital moment.
Went to school for 17 years for this.
There you go.
Hold on, give me 1 second. You can even smile.
There you go.
Give me one more because you're getting into the stupid one.
Mr. President, can we have a 2-minute recess, please?
Mr. President,
Can we have a
question?
2-minute recess?
Yes.
Are we good?
All in favor of a 2-minute recess? Opposed or voted? Stand adjourned for recess for 2 minutes.
Anyone else that's gonna big photo with everybody? We're going to recess.
It's going to be extra.
Fit everybody in?
We'll figure it out.
Some of us are big dudes.
Right over there. We gotta go over there.
I want to see how they did this.
We'll figure it out.
You know what? She has the TV on it, she's
You're going to have to be friendlier than that.
You want to squeeze in? Couple people sit down.
No, that's fine.
Yes, all of them. Look at Rosemary, there you go.
I don't have any batteries in this, but
Thanks, Lincoln.
hold on just 1 second. Let me get
over there. Sorry.
Oh, you're late. You're late. All right. It's your
Got some more?
round.
This is extra.
A bonus shot.
One last one. Now this time you can smile.
Got it.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
Smile and
I don't know. I'm so wonderful.
She said you're our one for...
Yeah, she's talking. Could have jammed as much.
How's the doggy doing? Doing good. They'll get us out.
There we go.
Thank you.
So to get the Purple Heart, you have to be wounded in combat.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was in the, very proud of that. That's the oldest medal in the United States Army.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peace.
Good job. Councilor Epley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we resume our regular agenda, which I believe is on page 2.
Councilor Epley moves that we return to the regular portion of the meeting, which would be after public testimony. Oh, thank you.
Move to receive and file.
Councilor Epley moves to receive and place on file the petition from the Purple Hat. All those in favor? All those opposed? Councilor Epley.
Now I move that we return back to the regular agenda, page 2.
Councilor Epley moves that we return to the regular portion of the agenda, which would be on page 2. Hearings? None. Appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's reappointment of Jane Turiel to serve as an alternate member to the Salem Historical Commission with a term to expire March 1st, 2016.
Let the record reflect that Councilor Turiel is leaving the chamber. Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to approve by roll call vote.
Councilor Famico moves to confirm by roll call vote. Any discussion? Seeing none. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Epley?
Yes.
Councilor Famico?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Legault?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Siegel?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. In the matter of the reappointment of Jane Turiel to serve as an alternate to the Salem Historical Commission, we have 10 members voting, 1 member absent, 10 in the affirmative, 1 absent. The matter carries. Let the record now reflect that Councilor Turiel has rejoined the chamber. Further appointments and reappointments.
Mayor's reappointment of James Ticinos to serve as an alternate member of the Salem Zoning Board of Appeals with a term to expire March 1st, 2016.
Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to confirm by roll call vote.
Councilor Famico moves to confirm by roll call vote. Any discussion? Seeing none. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Epley?
Yes.
Councilor Famico?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Legault?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Siegel?
Yes.
Councilor Turiel?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. In the matter of the reappointment of James Tistinios, close, to serve as an alternate member of the Zoning Board of Appeals, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Communications from the mayor.
We have an order, donations totaling $6,200 from the following for the Salem Police Department Summer Camp Fund, City of Peabody, Peabody Police Benevolent, and City of Beverly.
Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption.
Councilor Turiel moves for adoption. Under discussion, Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also would move to thank the City of Peabody and their Police Benevolent Association and the City of Beverly for their very generous donations to help us keep this program going.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor Turiel. Move for adoption.
I did.
You did. Councilor Turiel's motion for adoption. Seconded by Councilor Siegel. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting an ordinance making several amendments to the existing ordinance relative to boats and waterways, Chapter 10.
Councilor O'Keefe.
Mr. President, members of the City Council, I move that this communication and order from the mayor dated April 24th be referred to the Committee of Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole for recommendation and further study.
Councilor O'Keefe's motion that this matter be referred to the Committee on Ordinance, License, and Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole. All those in favor? All those opposed? Mayor's informational page. None. Motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem ordered that the City Council, April 24th, ordered that the year-to-date budget report dated March 31st, 2014 be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance.
on accept, no, wait a second, excuse me. On Council Turner's motion that this matter be adopted, under discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is our routine referral for monthly reports so that we can meet on if we need to.
Thank you. Seeing no further discussion on Council Torriello's motion, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Council Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption for first passage.
Council Famico moves for adoption for first passage. Would you care to read the ordinance?
The ordinance is amending traffic, Chapter 42, Section 13, Service Zones. It is hereby amended by adding the following. Federal Street, northerly side, starting at point of 338 feet west of St. Peter Street, in a westerly direction for 20 feet in front of number 20 Federal Street.
Under discussion?
I met with Lieutenant Przewski about this as well as the business owner on number 12 Federal Street. This is actually, if you're going across from the movie theater in the one-way part that heads out to Washington Street, it's a little past the building. It allows a service zone to be put there that won't affect the parking plan already in place and access to that building to happen. Currently, that's no parking signs there, and Lieutenant Przewski thought it would be the best place to add a service zone.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Councilor Fiore.
Mr. President, I received a nice phone call from Mr. Flomp, the owner of 12 Federal Street. And 12 Federal Street houses the District Attorney's Office, Explorers. PBS Museum has some access to that building, too. It's a very busy building there. So Mr. Flomp and I met one afternoon and talked about what could be done. And I referred it to Councilor Famico, and she took it to a excellent constituent affairs, and he was very pleased by the whole process. He met him, I believe, early Saturday morning, and around the tour of the place and needs that Mr. Flomp needed for his building and business situation there. I commend and congratulate Councilor Famico for serving the constituent needs of her ward. Particularly Mr. Flomp was very pleased. And thank you very much, Councilor Famico. Thank you.
Thank you, Council. Councilor Legault.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you to Councilor Famico, I just want to orient myself a little better. This is toward the end of the building where the driveway is, about halfway, well, a third of the way up Federal Street from St. Peter, which I think actually used to be a service zone, and then it was changed to no parking some time back. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Famico's motion that this be adopted for first passage, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. So the ordinance is amending Traffic Chapter 42, Section 50A, Handicap Zones, is hereby amended by adding the following. Federal Street, northerly side, starting at point of 193 feet west of St. Peter Street, in a westerly direction for 20 feet in front of number 12 Federal Street. So, Mr. President, I move for adoption for first passage for this ordinance.
Under discussion, any further discussion?
Connected to the ordinance prior to this spot here is right before their driveway. As mentioned prior, this building housed Social Security as well as Salem State Explorers, which I think there's a little ageism. They have to be 60 plus to go to those classes. But on that strip right there, once again, there's no handicap spots, and this will make it accessible. The spot that we're looking at doesn't change our traffic, or rather our parking plans, and it's right in front of an entrance to the building.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Famico's motion that this matter be adopted for first passage, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further motions, orders, resolutions. Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have an order that a new street of the subdivision of Thorndike Street be named Massey Way for the Massey family who for many years ran the ferry from Salem to Beverly in that area. And I move for adoption.
Under discussion?
This one area right here, it's part of a 5-lot single-family subdivision of Thorndike. Through the city assessor, they have only 2 numbers left on that street, so we have to name the private way in terms of that area. We had looked at Thorndike Court, however, we already have 2 streets with Thorndike in it, and we all know sometimes you don't necessarily know where to go. The Massey family has deep roots in that area. Additionally, the cove right there was known as Massey Cove. I consulted with our local kind of city historian, Jim McAllister, who put me into this part of history for our city, and whereas we need it for the city assessor and there's a historical background, that's the background on that.
Very well. Any further discussion? Seeing none, and Councilor Famico's motion that we adopt this order. All those in favor? All those opposed? Committee reports. Councilor O'Keefe.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the City Council. City of Salem City Council, April 24, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs, to whom was referred the matter of granting certain licenses, has considered said matter would recommend approval of a sea-worm license for Eduardo Santos, 4 Collins Street, Peabody, Mass.
On acceptance report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, under discussion?
Now, with no discussion.
No discussion. On adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor, all those opposed? Further committee reports, Councilor O'Keefe.
City Council, City of Salem, April 24, 2014. The Committee on Ordinances, Licensing, and Legal Affairs, to whom was referred the matter of request from Paranormal for extension of business hours, has considered said matter would recommend that the exemption be granted with the following conditions. Number 1, the exemption expires on December 31st, 2014. Number 2, limit of 15 people per tour. Number 3, limit 2 tours at one time. Number 4, stay between Church Street and Charter Street. 4, no legitimate problems or complaints from other tour guides. And 6, additional extension until 11:30 p.m. as granted in the past.
On acceptance report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, under discussion, Councilor?
Mr. President, if I may, through Mr. President, I believe number 2 was 16 people per, not 15.
Yes.
When Councilor O'Keefe was reading the...
It's 16?
It's 16 people
Okay.
per.
Let the record reflect that it's 16.
16, all right?
16. Okay? Any further?
16 people per tour, yes.
Thank you.
Remarks?
Remarks, Councilor O'Keefe.
The committee met with the operators of this particular tour business, Paranormal. I still don't understand what it's all about, but maybe my committee members might know, but I think they're good, honest people, and they try to perform a service, and we had it last year, no complaints, and they're asking for an extension. It should be this year till the end of the year, December 31st. I recommend approval by the committee.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Seeing none, on adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor, all those opposed? Further committee reports, Councilor O'Keefe.
Mr. President, members of the City Council. In the City Council, April 24, 2014, the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of a traffic ordinance amendment relative to Chapter 42, Section 17A, Schedule of Fines, Ray, penalties for parking prohibition, tow zone, parenthesis, resident sticker, Section 75, has considered said matter and recommend that the traffic ordinance, Chapter 42, Section 17A, Schedule of Fines, Ray, penalties be adopted for first passage as amended by inserting the following: prohibitions, towing zone, parenthesis, resident sticker, parenthesis, Section 75, $15 fine, and a $40 fine during the month of October.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed? On adoption of the recommendation, under discussion, Councilor O'Keefe.
Some other members of the committee would like to address this too, but this was originally proposed by the mayor for a $50 high point, and the committee in its wisdom recommended it be $40. So we're recommending that this be changed from 15 to 40 just for October. And the mayor, chief of staff has pledged a public notice to make sure that everyone knows in October what this penalty is. And I welcome comments from other members of the committee.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Legault.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you, I just want to elaborate a little bit on that with the fine at $15, it actually makes parking in the residential neighborhoods cheaper than parking in the garage, which is really the reason why this was brought forth in the first place. We had some discussion on whether or not $50 was too much, whether or not $30 was enough. We went back and forth a little bit, and we finally settled on the $40 fee, which increases it significantly, and I think it will deter people from parking in the neighborhoods, especially the ones close by the parking garage. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, on adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further committee reports, Councilor Torrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem Committee Administration Finance co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of a $200,000 appropriation from capital outlay renovation repair for the Mary Jane Lee Park, has considered said matter and would recommend approval.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed. On adoption of the recommendation, Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. We had a meeting on this earlier this evening. We had representatives for the planning department. We had representatives for the mayor's office. We had neighborhood representatives, and all speaking on the issue and discussing it. The major concerns of the council were for maintenance and safety, and and also we had some discussion about sanitation plans and all the like with it, and what would happen if there was contamination found in the process. I would say that given that this is although it's still, as we've always said, this is not, even though this is reimbursed, this is still money coming out of somebody's pocket somewhere. It's just not coming out directly out of the city's budget. This is money we outlay and then get replaced by a grant that we approved the request of 2 weeks prior. But I think for the most part, our concerns were all addressed adequately by the planning department and the people that were here to speak on it. This is a project that will get constructed during the course of this year, with the idea that it would be going into service for next summer. Mary Jane Lee Park does have an attendant during the season, and during the planning process, assuming that the city council sees fit to pass this, there will be some more opportunities to weigh in on the project during the planning process for it, as they get the whole thing going.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Councilor Legault.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you, I'd just like to make a couple of comments from a couple of different directions here. This money has to be used basically in that area, is my understanding. We didn't have the choice of saying we want to put it at Memorial Park or we want to put it at another park. It has to be in a more densely populated area of the city, which would be the point section. I also would like to say that we may get lucky on the contamination as far as remediation goes there. I have vague memories of there being a couple of tenement buildings there when I was younger that I believe burned down at some point in the 60s, perhaps early 70s. So that piece of property may not have been exposed to the fly ash for a long enough period of time to really get all that contaminated. We might have some issues with a couple of oil tanks that were missed, perhaps back in the day, but I think we might get lucky and not have the fly ash issue there. So, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. We can call finding a couple buried oil tanks lucky, but any further discussion? Seeing none, on the adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor? All those opposed? Further committee reports, Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. City Council, the Committee on Administration and Finance co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter for $150,000 appropriation for capital outlay equipment for security cameras, has considered said matter and would recommend approval.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor, all those opposed. On adoption of the recommendation, under discussion, Councilor Turiel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Chief Tucker came in and spoke about this to us. Basically, the lion's share of this outlay is, since right now all our existing cameras, and I know there was at least one media report that was entirely incorrect, is saying that the cameras were in fact mounted on the smokestack, and they are not. We have had a microwave array up on the footprint plant's smokestack for years that our cameras have used line of sight to speak with. And with that stack coming down soon, we have the issue of how to replace it and keep the cameras in operation, because they have to have line of sight. So the lion's share of this outlay is to address that issue and put receiving stations in place in a few mainly city-owned places around town to handle that. There's also some grant money that's coming from the Essex County DA's office for putting in and improving some of our existing camera infrastructure and improving the encoders and the actual system they use at the police station to monitor these, with the idea that this will make it easier to integrate cameras as necessary and be able to improve the quality and make them more usable. We also discussed a little bit some of the ideas using these as park deterrents for part of the maintenance and security plans we have in the city parks, because right now the cameras that we do use in limited cases, the portable ones, and this is something that Councilor Siegel and I worked on 2 years ago when we first started on the city council, when we were discussing these issues with the police department. We have ones right now that you walk in, if you go in at an hour you shouldn't be, basically it lights up, flashes, and supposed to just make you want to leave, as opposed to actually a monitoring camera that can be seen remotely from the police department. So they don't provide the deterrent effect that a monitored camera could. And knowing what some of the things that have come from the cameras that we do have in the city have provided, a couple of examples. Last year when there was the fatal bike accident over on Washington Street, when an MBTA bus ran into a cyclist, they were able to use the cameras to determine what had actually happened in that case. It turned out that the cyclist had gone directly onto the street basically without looking and gone right into the path of the bus. We've also, a couple of times, we've spotted people who look like they might be going to the top of the bridge for purposes that we would rather they not be doing there. It's been used in those cases. And so we've gotten some good value out of this, and being able to have a better camera infrastructure and being able to move forward and hopefully better protect some of our parks and downtown areas is a worthy thing.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, on adoption of the recommendation, all those in favor, all those opposed? Communications from city officials.
All set?
Oh. Communications from the planning board with their recommendation on the zoning ordinance amendment for the flood hazard district.
Councilor O'Keefe.
Mr. President, members of the City Council, you have in your docket a recommendation, a report from our Salem Planning Board that's dated April 22nd, which sort of sums up the purpose of this amended ordinance. And the bottom paragraph is very important. So I'd just like to read a couple of those sentences to reinforce how important it is that we adopt this amendment tonight. In making this recommendation, the Planning Board noted that they support the proposed ordinance amendment because a failure to adopt the new floodplain management regulations would result in a suspension of Salem from the National Floodplain Insurance Program, NFIP. If a community is suspended from the NFIP, owners of property within the community will not be able to purchase NFIP flood insurance policies, and existing policies will not be renewed. This would result in a lack of protection for Salem property owners. The Planning Board further recommends that the City Council make an effort for maximum distribution of the updated flood hazard zones to the residents of the city. And I know members of the council have been working on that, those maps and what have you. Maybe they would like to speak more specifically about, are they available right now once we adopt this ordinance, and where they are?
Thank you, Councilor.
First passage, recommended first passage.
Let the record reflect that in the report that there were 6 members of the planning board that voted, 6 in favor, none in the negative. Any further discussion?
Roll call, Mr. Vogt.
Seeing none. Councilor O'Keefe asked for roll call vote. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Epley?
Yes.
Councilor Famiko?
Yes.
Councilor Fury?
Yes.
Councilor Gerard?
Yes.
Councilor Legault?
Yes.
Councilor Milo?
Yes.
Councilor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Siegel?
Yes.
Councilor Turiel?
Yes.
Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. The matter of first passage for zoning amendment flood hazard district, 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Petitions.
We have a petition from National Grid to install conduits on Bridge Street at the MBTA's train station. This is to replace the order that was granted on January 9, 2014. The MBTA has made changes to the location of the conduits. New and old map is in your packets.
Hearing ordered May 10th, 2014. Further petitions.
We have public guide license applications.
Councilor O'Keefe.
Move that it be granted.
Councilor O'Keefe moves that these following public guide license applications be granted. All those in favor, all those opposed? Further petitions.
We have one seaworm license application.
Councilor O'Keefe.
Mr. President, I move that the petition of Manuel Silva of 52 Paleologan Street be granted.
Granted or moved to refer?
Well, no, let me see now. It says, referred to Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs. Yes, change.
Councilor O'Keefe moves that this matter be referred to the Committee on License, Order, and Legal Affairs.
Yes.
All those in favor, all those opposed? Further petitions.
We have 2 drain layer contract operator license applications.
Council O'Keefe.
Mr. President, members of the council, I move that Champa Corporation of 36 Dewey Street, Saugus, and McGrath Enterprises, 28 Oakville Street, Lynn, be granted.
Council O'Keefe moves that these 2 matters be granted. All those in favor, all those opposed? Further petitions.
We have 2 claims.
Council O'Keefe.
Mr. President, I move that the 2 claims be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs for their recommendation and review.
Council O'Keefe moves that these matters be referred to the Committee on License, Orders, and Legal Affairs. All those in favor, all those opposed? Further petition.
We have 2 drain layer bonds and 1 sign bond.
Council O'Keefe.
Mr. President, I move that the 2 drain layer applications, Champa Construction Corporation of Saugus and McGrath Enterprises of Lynn, and the sign for Crotchet Box Country Store be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs and returned approved.
On Councilor O'Keefe's motion that these matters be referred to the Committee on License Orders and Legal Affairs and return approved. All those in favor? All those opposed? Unfinished business.
We have second passage of amending traffic, Chapter 42, Section 57A, parking time limited, unmetered zone, Lafayette Street, and repeal the current ordinances 57A and 51B for Lafayette Street.
Councilor Terrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move adoption for second and final passage.
Councilor Terrio moves for adoption for second and final passage. Any discussion?
No discussion.
Seeing none. All those in favor? All those opposed? Councilor Gerard.
Thank you. A moment of personal privilege, please, Mr. President.
Sure.
Just want to let everyone know that the Friends of Green Lawn are going to be having a cleanup at Green Lawn Cemetery on Saturday morning from 8 to 12, and you can check the Friends of Green Lawn Facebook page in case of rain, and if it does rain and it does get cold, the rain date will possibly be May 3rd.
Thank you. Councilor Famico.
Thank you, Mr. President. A moment of personal privilege.
Sure.
The Salem Common Neighborhood Association will be hosting a Cinco de Mayo, aka a Tres de Mayo, fundraiser event on Saturday, May 3rd at the Knights of Columbus at 7:30 p.m. The point of the fundraiser is some proceeds will be going to the Arch on the Common, which the Boy Scouts have already been working towards raising funds for. If anyone's interested, their tickets are $25 in advance or $30 at the door, with food from the Howling Wolf, which won one of our chamber awards last night. So I encourage all to take part in that, and you can find information through the Salem Common Neighborhood Association via Facebook. Thank you.
Wow, the hands up springing.
Point of personal privilege.
Council Siegel.
I'd like to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Councilor Fury.
To echo that, Councilor Siegel, I think birthdays are a very special occasion for family and friends. And we have such a birthday recognition in the birthday of our council president. Ward 1 is very lucky to have you serve Ward 1. The City Council is very privileged and honored to have you as council president. You're a wonderful father to your children and a wonderful husband to your wife. A wonderful role model for the city of Salem. And Councilor Milo has a...
No, stay right here.
Please.
Oh, she brought a cake, too. That's great. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
You have to share that.
I thought I was going to escape without that. I shouldn't have recognized somebody, but that's I really do appreciate that. Thank you. It's someone said to me earlier, you reached a milestone, half a century or whatever it is. I don't consider myself old, and even though Councilor Famico is laughing over there, she did say something about me qualifying for AARP status now. It's all those things have come in the mail, and yes, I have been the butt of some jokes in the last week or so, but it's all part of growing up, and I really, getting older, and I don't think of myself any older. I feel good about it, and I appreciate the kind words, and thank you.
Move for adjournment.
Councilor O'Keefe's motion for adjournment. All those in favor, all those opposed, we stand adjourned. Thank you.
10 years older than me, Bob. I had no idea. About what to do?
Double check the pronunciation of the word.
Paleo-Lotus? Which word?
I think it's Crochet.
Oh, yeah, crotchet box. The crotchet box, yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't sound good with the box, though.
Oh, no, it did not, but I left it alone.
That's why I was laughing.
All right. I'll go
Absolutely.
ahead and write that young man a letter tomorrow.
I know, what's wrong?
We'll be down here when I tell
Oh,
you.
yeah.
We were looking back, wishing for these days.
Oh, boy.
I got his number. He kept calling, and then he got killed by the bus. I didn't know. Now I knew.
Yes.
Tom
I wish I, he had that.
He hadn't got his number.
I thought it was the family.
It was the family. It brings up Tom Dalton. I was like,